Today in the conversation, I'm going to have uh, Dr. Josue Cholet. He's a neurologist and also an author in his own right. But we're going to have a conversation uh, today about my own book, my latest novel, The Cry of a Lone Bird. Remember the last one? Published late last year. And before we get into the conversation, I'm reminding you that the book is available everywhere they sell books, including Walmart, as I always say. But not just Lone Bird, but also the other books that I've also published, like remember Midnight at Noon, the second edition, and also the Bittersweet Duo. Uh, Book one and book two, Bittersweet Memories of Last Spring. And last spring was bittersweet. And I'm reminding you also uh, to not to forget Police Park, a beautiful, well-written historical mystery written by our impeccable author, Village Care Publishing, Anne Marino. So these are the books that as we move towards the end of the summer, and we're edging to the beginning of autumn. So it is important that you get these books into your hot little hands, because I know you avid readers. You will not be disappointed. Believe me, trust me. So yeah, and also I have been getting some quiet messages from readers telling me they have not seen me on a regular basis in the conversation. But I just want to let you know I'm very, I feel I have a warm heart when I receive this message, which means that uh, uh, they have not forgotten me and they will continue to follow me. And that pleases me very, very, very much. But I'm here. I have been busy, with work and writing. So, but I'm here. Uh, and also, I have several literary projects that have been keeping me very busy. So, yeah, but I will never turn my back on you. You are the ones who have made it possible for me to be an author, to be a recognized writer. So, yeah, I love you all. So, without further ado, but also if you want, because I don't write in just books. I also write essays, focusing mainly on literary critiques, literary analysis. So, so yeah, you can always check csmsmagazine.org. You will be able to find them there. So, yeah. So, without further ado, let's get started with Dr. Josue Cholet and a wonderful conversation. He came down from Virginia to visit me, and we were, we had a blast talking about the cry of a lone bird. Take a look. Today, I'm having a conversation with a good friend of mine who flew down yesterday from Virginia,
From Maryland.
from Maryland,
Yeah.
to see me. And what a wonderful moment just to talk about what we love to talk about, which is literature. He's a compelling author. So we are going to talk about what makes my writing this way. And also, I'm going to ask him a little bit about her project for the future when it comes to literature.
Yes.
All right, so just so good to see you.
Nice, man. Nice seeing you. It's been a while because you've been telling me to. Well, I don't like pass by stuff like that, but I finally made it, right?
Yeah.
But
So how do you let it up? Like last night we had a blast.
Definitely, it's a very historical city, and there's I would say definitely people. It's a city people should see. Right?
Yeah.
The city is But it was really glad to see you, and with your we've been for keeping up with each other.
Right.
But
I mean, seeing each other, driving around together, it's the whole different.
Definitely. But what fascinates me about what you're doing, as I always say, that we don't have many of us who choose the life of a writer. Right? And I always tell you that choosing the life of writing fiction is a very unique. So I've always
Time consuming, very.
Well, it's very unique. It's a labor of love. Right. And we appreciate what you're doing too. It's talent. Right.
Right. It's an art.
It's a talent. It's effort, but it's talent. And so. But no, I wanted to pass by to ask you about your most recent book, right? And
it's The Cry of a Lone Bird.
The Cry of a Lone Bird. Okay. And it's fascinating the fact that you are teaching, but you actually has turned yourself into a professional writer, right? And that's not something easy. It's very commendable for us to have people like you in our community. Right?
Yep.
So no, definitely. So tell me about that particular novel. Was there a particular memory, some historical event
that prompted me
that prompted to write it? Yeah.
Cry of a Lone Bird is an very old project. 10 years old project.
Okay.
It was based on my upbringing in Haiti. My observation comes to children who live in servitude, what we call the restaurant. And it wasn't a fascination, but when we talk about the different layers of society and how they use a child who's supposed to be at school, this way, and it is something that society seems to has come to accept.
So let me ask you.
So I felt compelled to write something about it to raise awareness about this case.
So one thing we don't talk about, although you're a little bit before my generation, but we're from the same city. Growing up in San Vigino, where we grew up,
which is the setting of the book.
Were you? Is it when you left the city you started observing that, or was it during the time you were living in Haiti that you started observing those different nuances in society? Because some of us, I guess, because we're born in that society, and we become to see it as normal.
And that's what I call it, the overlook. I grew up.
But I'm saying, when you were growing up in San Vigino, did you start noticing that, or is it
very, very early on in my life?
Okay.
Because we had a little girl who lived with us.
Okay. Those are ones who come from the countryside, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But usually that's what happens. They go. These are peasant parents who could not afford to raise their children. So they send them to live with in exchange for a little bit of comfort. So that child lived with us. And I was older than her.
You were okay.
I was older.
But yet
she was the one.
She was serving.
Yeah. And then when we all got dressed to go to school in the morning, she's in the kitchen.
Did you ever notice anything about her? Did she make any? Did you see emotions, or she was just doing?
No, that's why one of these our children who live in West Africa, or children who live through hardships.
Okay.
Especially in poor developing countries, they have something. I don't know. They learn how to conceal the sorrow, the suffering. They use it as a mechanism of survival.
But when you get up in the morning, did you notice that you were going to school, but she wasn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always say it wasn't It was.
You
It
always
wasn't fair.
you
Yeah.
said that
Yeah, it wasn't
at
fair.
that time?
At that
So you
time,
were very
yeah.
young.
I'm very young, I was in primary school, maybe
Okay.
about 9 or 10 years
Mm-hmm.
old. And I said it wasn't fair. And you
Mm.
tell them that she has to go to school too.
I have to tell you, that's remarkable because look, we grew up in the society we have, right? For me to we admit, but I guess you see it, you come to see it as normal.
Yeah.
So another question is, why 1948?
Yeah.
What was happening? What was happening socially, culturally,
In 1948,
economically,
for me to,
and politically that made this
yeah.
particular period
I guess it wasn't
important to see?
really what happened because the reality of children living in as West Avec
Mm-hmm.
happened uh, from since independence,
Mm-hmm.
which is a residue from the past, from slavery time. So, but there's a family in the story, which is the Baudin family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a historical family.
So that's
among the elite of Saint
so that's kind of a real family.
Exactly. So during colonial time.
Yeah.
So that's why.
During colonial time.
Yeah, the Baudin was. They were along with the Granville,
Okay.
the most prestigious family of Saint Louis du Nord during colonial time.
So those families, when I got to Saint Louis, they were no longer.
No, there was no longer. So for me to bring it to 1948, that's as close as I could get to that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So so that's why I choose 1948.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the other question now, Luisine, right? That's the girl.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, the rest of it.
Yeah. So it's kind of a fiction that's really based on semi-unreal life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
So fiction reflects reality.
Of course. What you're talking about, it would be really, and that's why we appreciate it so much. The fact that how can you get bigger platform to basically bring those things to consciousness in our society, because some of it is still going on nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not only a Haiti's phenomenon.
Of course.
And many other places.
No.
For example, in Africa, they call them the house boy or the house girl.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So the other question is like, Celine had advantages that Lucina didn't, right? So but yet Celine chooses to risk her privilege to pursue justice. What was different about Celine compared to
Lucina?
Well, compared to
the other kids
who were
other kids in town. Okay, that brings me back to the same thing we just talked about. Mm-hmm. Because I was young, but yet I could determine it wasn't right to keep a child supposed to be at school and house serving. Mm-hmm. So human heart, as Jacques, Stephen, and Alexis tells us, is very complex. You can find someone who has such a very humble heart, a front for social justice, and then at the same token, you can find his sibling or her sibling who takes completely an opposite direction when it comes to human interactions. So
the title.
Yeah.
Why that title, and why is it a lone bird?
Yes.
Because we know that Lucina is not the only
child. But the story is being told.
Why is it alone?
It's being told through the through the lens of all the children who live and serve each other. Okay. So it's just a character. Mm-hmm. It's the embodiment of the suffering. That's what I call that. Also, there's a piece that I wrote in CSMS magazine called the unseen of society, wings of the invisible, the invisible, the overlooked. Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I use the cry of a lone bird, because these are the lone birds of society.
That no one sees.
No.
Yeah. No. The other thing that's fascinating, as mentioned as we were driving, is the landscape of Haiti. That's another character.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, if you look at people think of Haiti as a desert land.
Devastated land. But not in that part of the world where we came from, right?
Yeah.
Because in the northern part of Northwest Haiti, I always invite people to discover that lushly green.
So those pictures, they come from the
rivers and
Northwest part.
valleys.
Those pictures, they come from Northwest part.
Northwest part, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Northwest of Haiti. Remember, we used to go to Balatier, we used to go to Forge, we used to go to Derouvray, we used to La Rivière Neg, La Rivière Bas. All these places, you know, they simply, to me, they represent a part of my life that I always love to go back to.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate, you know, how things are.
Of course. Especially now.
Especially now.
Yeah. So your books deal with trauma. It deals with shame. It deals with silence and injustice. But it is also about resilience. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. Remember, Resilience lives with these people for 16 years. She never even cried once. She consumed everything with him. But when it was time for her to leave the house, at least she was thrown out of the house, that's when she began to learn how to live in her room. And she starts realizing it was a liberation. All the while, she did not want to confront or even talk about her suffering because she was afraid of being, you know, thrown out of the house. You see? And now she can probably say, oh, well, you know what? I can survive. I can. Exactly. So that it's the resilience of survival in this, I would say, in this sense. When you very resilient, when you know how to withstand barrages of when you feel besieged by problem, but you can still overcome that. It's a form of resilience.
Another question. So when people know those things are going on in society, and yet everybody remains silent, who's responsible?
I think that society as a whole is responsible. You know, and I believe that there will be a point where there might be a reshuffling, a restructuring of Haitian society where these children would be at the forefront. Oh, it will take a major part of that restructuring.
What do you mean?
Because human intelligence, Audrey.
Okay, what do you mean at the forefront?
Like I said,
people are not going to put them.
No, what I'm saying is not say, oh, these children, they take priorities.
I know.
That's not that, but
I mean,
they can be, let's say, they will take a major part of that social consciousness of those who will have to undertake those restructuring.
Yeah. You mean that
that's exactly what I'm saying.
They no longer feel invisible. They no longer look up.
Look at strategically for any society. Human brain is important.
Human resources.
Exactly. So if we understand that human intelligence is a huge gift for any country, so it doesn't have to be Haiti. So these children wasting their intelligence is a great disservice to humanity,
to the community,
and to even humanity as a whole. You know, imagine they could be scientists, they could be wonderful doctors, they could be anything, but yet they will be born in poverty. They will live in poverty. They will die in poverty. These are wasted minds.
I know.
Very bad for society, right? I was just listening to one of the Haitian writer.
Which one?
It was Yanni Clients.
That's the one in Canada.
You know, and she lives in Haiti, but she's a well-known
novelist. Yeah. I thought that.
And she was saying that she was expressing her frustration during the Joe Biden movement to get the workers, you know, from including Haiti. And she said she was saying it was a brain drain. But she was specifically referring to people like you and I. You see what I mean? Who went to school, people who have an education, who can contribute to society. But I didn't think she made reference to those to those children, which is a sizable part of society also.
But but she didn't. She was not talking about them. She was talking.
No, she wasn't talking about them also. So that's why I'm saying these kids are the overlooked.
Yeah, but she didn't mention. She was mentioning mainly about the folks who are
Why?
educated who are living in Haiti, right? As we have talked
Educated
about.
what?
Yeah.
So they use.
So what? But what do you make of that? She doesn't see those people.
Now, it's like I said, so we don't really see them.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see these children as, their lives as a tragedy. We don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute we begin to understand what human intelligence could do, what social justice is,
Mm-hmm.
what compassion
Mm-hmm.
is,
Mm-hmm.
then we should remember these children. So that's what I'm saying.
So Ardain, if anyone in the world, be it the Haitian or anyone, have read this book or is reading this book, what is the one thing that you'd like to come away with having read this book?
Um, to come away that the gross injustice in this world,
Mm.
as I always say every time I go and talk about non-bird,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many non-birds across the world. You can go
Mm-hmm.
to India, you can go to Pakistan, you can go to Sub-Saharan Africa.
I mean, we have them here too.
Here in the United States, I'm glad that you say that, and
It's a human condition.
to know that we have many vulnerable in society, and if we do have the means to help them out,
Mm-hmm.
to give them that little hand that they would need, or to lift themselves from misery to poverty with dignity,
Mm-hmm.
we should do it. So that's why I would have anyone doing it.
So how do you get this book to
The hands of readers.
well, not so much in hand, but how do you get this book to even the Haitian diaspora? Right? How do you get this book to make a difference in the Haitian diaspora? As because a lot of us are living here. Let's say what's going on in Haiti. I also think that it's because for many reasons. I'm not blaming everyone, but for many reasons, some people feel overwhelmed, but some of it we choose not to see.
Right.
How do you get this book to galvanize the Haitian society to understand that the destiny of these children or these folks, our destiny is inextricably linked to them?
Right.
Well, what do you think you can do to? Have you done? What have you done specifically in the Haitian community, in the Haitian diaspora? People like
In the Haitian diaspora, in particular, it's
Have you reached out to some media? Have you?
no, yeah, I give interviews
Okay.
to media,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to Haitian media,
Mm-hmm.
and also I do book presentation.
Okay.
Where strong Haitian presence in the audience,
Mm-hmm.
and also I have people that I don't know who
have called you?
Yeah.
Okay. What reception?
I don't know them.
Yeah. What reception have you gotten from them? What's the
Well,
feedback?
it's always positive.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, if you go into what people say about the book, even on Amazon,
Okay.
you should see on
Yeah.
Goodreads
Yes.
what they say.
Mm-hmm.
But these people are not necessarily Haitians,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't know who they are
Yeah.
or where they live.
Yeah.
But the one thing I can say with regard to the Haitian diaspora, we live in the diaspora, but also we are limited in terms of what we can do. First of all, we don't see firsthand the condition of the West Africa. We don't live in the.
What do you mean we don't see it? We have lived that life. We left Haiti having lived that life, but we know about it. The Haitian diaspora.
Yeah. So what I mean by that, when I use the word diaspora specifically, not just Haitian who were born in Haiti, but Haitian on the border.
First
generation of Haitians have a vague understanding about it, but they don't really. Well, I have a good friend. He was born in California, but he's Haitian, and then he goes to Haiti. He used to go to Haiti periodically because he's from a very influential family. So he was always questioning. He would tell me he was always questioning the plight of these people. Why do they leave these children this way? Why do they treat them this way? It was always a shocker to him every time he goes to him. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So he wasn't born. But if telling you something is one thing,
But you have the first thing.
yeah,
experience.
but is another.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that in the diaspora we can't do it. There are things that we can do.
Mhm.
We can um, even contribute to opening up probably
Mhm.
health services,
Yeah.
orphanages,
Mhm.
you know, to help these kids.
And some people have done that.
Exactly.
Some people have done. Yeah, but thanks. So what's next? What do you have on?
Next, I have a couple of projects.
Okay.
We have a very pressing project.
Mm.
Midnight at Noon.
Okay.
I finally have a French version for it.
Oh, okay.
It was always a dream because to me the book this Midnight is so important. I was always working on terms of find ways
Mm-hmm.
to get this book into the hands of younger Haitians,
Mm-hmm.
all Haitian periods,
Okay.
people in Haiti.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is to have a French version or Creole version.
What about a Creole version?
No Creole version
Yeah.
of it. So I finally managed to have a French version of it.
Okay.
The Creole version is down the road, uh, 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 but it's not out yet.
Mm-hmm.
But this project is near completion, and I'm so happy about it.
Oh.
The other project is a project I remember you and I talked about for the Northwest,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people.
That's the historical one.
Historical one,
Mm-hmm.
and that keeps it's been keeping me very busy.
You said I think you'd like to go to France to do some archive work.
Yeah, I've done all that.
Okay.
So now I'm in the writing phase now.
So you don't need to go to France.
No, I spent 7 years researching this.
Okay.
So now I'm on the writing phase.
Okay.
That's been keeping me very busy.
Okay.
And also not writing phase,
Mm-hmm.
because when you do when you write a historical book or research book, you always have to double check, even triple check your sources, you know.
Of course.
So that's also has been keeping me very busy.
So talking about writing, I mean, I'm not to your level, but I've done some. What's the process? If someone would like to know what's the process for you? Because you still have a professional life, you have a family life.
Yeah.
What's the process? Do you write at night, in the morning? Is there a certain time? Do you write? And
in my writing career, Josue, when I was full time, you know, going out every day to teach, when teaching was, I mean, occupied, I would say 60% time, 60% of my professional life.
Mm-hmm.
I the only way I could do it if to keep writing constant, something very constant. So every time I have a window to write,
it wasn't at night or during the
they do that too.
Okay. But anytime you had
anytime.
Yeah.
Because you know what, you can be at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You can be having lunch in the middle of the cafeteria.
Yeah.
You know, but that thing is still in the back of your mind.
Of course.
Exactly. Yeah. But up and down, of course, what you say at night is a very, very interesting time.
So you write whenever you can.
Whenever I could. But now I learned to discipline.
Okay.
To discipline my life.
Okay. So now
I write more in the morning.
In the morning.
Early morning, and also late at night.
Okay.
At night. And because you know, writing also requires a lot of reading too. So you have to learn to divide time between writing and reading. And
what's the process? Do you write by hands and the computer at the same time, or do you want to do a computer only? So
it depends. Okay. Like I just told you, I can write wherever I can. I have to have a pen or a pencil. Yeah. If you look at some of the pictures I had, like 10 years back or maybe 15 years back, you should always see like a pen or pencil. Okay, yeah. Shirt pocket.
But you try to write in
because you know for that. Yeah. Because of that. Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, it could be. Let's say, for example, we could be on vacation. Maybe we could somewhere in Georgia on the mountains, and then when the minute she falls asleep, that's when I go out right there. Yeah. So writing is a very, very. I don't. The biggest pain anyone can inflict upon my life is to put me someplace where
you cannot write. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because those are fascinating the way the human brain works and
Yeah.
stuff like.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It was nice coming here and
Yeah.
to
I want to ask you something too,
Uh-huh.
because I know you're wonderful.
this thing is not about me. It's not about me, right?
Yes,
So
I understand that.
yeah.
You're such a wonderful author.
Mhm.
So, and
Well, I only wrote one book.
yeah, but authors or writers always have projects.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you have a writing project?
Oh, I have like 15 projects right now. Cause I'm a scientist. Right?
Right.
I'm a brain scientist.
Right.
Yeah. I have several writing projects now.
Okay.
My memoir, I wrote it, but like I told you, of course, writers we have egos.
Of course.
Okay, so my goal is like, okay, I need this to become bestseller. I said, okay, so my writing project now, I want to put drumming to do the audio part of it and release it, relaunch it. So while I'm in the process now, I'm learning to play drums with a professor. Then eventually, what I want to do is go to a studio and create the drumming music. Then, but
That's gonna be your first.
yeah, but my other writing project may be happening before that because I'm delving deeper into neuroscience, neuroplasticity. So I do have a couple of writing projects. I want to write something about the current book I'm writing is how the environment is dysregulating our brain.
Okay.
And I think something that
that's
people
very interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
would be interested in making it.
So, but those are the
That's
yeah. Well, it was nice coming here, seeing you, and
Yeah.
yeah. Let's keep the conversation going.
Keep it
Yeah,
going.
definitely.